Welcome to Simpsonville, South Carolina, one of the most popular and fastest growing suburbs in all of the Greenville area and the upstate. Today, I'm gonna give you the real boots on ground tour of Simpsonville, South Carolina. I mean, we're talking about the location, the downtown area that's cool and everybody talks about, the restaurants, the shopping, the parks, the traffic, the schools, new construction, established neighborhoods, and most importantly, what your money can actually buy you here. Because Simpsonville is popular for a reason, but is definitely not perfect for everyone. I'm Jeffrey Sublett with Remax Reach, and I actually live right in Simpsonville. I drive these roads every single day. I visit these restaurants, tour these neighborhoods, and help people buy and sell homes all throughout Simpsonville and the entire upstate. Now, the first thing you need to understand is Simpsonville is not just one small area. I mean, you can have a Simpsonville address and live near downtown Simpsonville. You can maybe live off Fairview Road, closer to Fountain Inn, or you can live near Malden or all the way over where I live in the Five Forks area. Depending on which part of Simpsonville you choose, your commute, your shopping, your schools, your neighborhood's lifestyle, your home prices can be completely different. Driving from downtown Simpsonville to Five Forks where I live sometimes is a 15-20 minute drive. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they start to search online. They type in Simpsonville into Zillow and see a bunch of homes and they assume they're basically in the same area, which you are not. They are all zoned for different schools. There's different zip codes. I'm telling you what, you make sure you have a trusted real estate agent on your side before you start this. Because like I said, you could easily be 20 minutes driving from Five Forks to the Fairview Road side of Simpsonville. And that's before school traffic, rush hour. In my experience, downtown Simpsonville generally takes 25 to 35 minutes to downtown Greenville, depending on where you're starting from and what time of day you leave, obviously. But the 385 is right there and you can shoot directly into downtown. Now, if you live in the Five Forks, you may be closer to the parts of Greenville, Woodruff Road, the airport, the downtown area, and downtown Simpsonville. Five Forks, you can shoot over to the airport 15 minutes, to downtown Simpsonville 15 minutes, downtown Greenville about 20-25, depending on the time of day. Now, that is why you cannot choose a home based only on a city name or a zip code, because you have to look at where you work, where you shop, where your kids are gonna go to school, where you actually want to spend your time, because a lot of locations in Simpsonville are completely different. Simpsonville itself, it's growing tremendously. I'm telling you, you're probably watching this video because you've heard about Simpsonville. The latest US Census estimates the population of the city of Simpsonville is about 29,000 people. Now, that's up almost 22% from 6 years ago in 2020. The median household income is approximately $83,000 and an average commute time is about 22 minutes, which is normal. I feel like everywhere in Greenville is about 20-25 minutes, okay? And remember, that population number is only for the actual city of Simpsonville. It does not include everyone else with all of the Simpsonville mailing addresses living outside of the city limits. So when you're driving around thinking, man, this feels a lot bigger than 28,000, well, it is, and you are right. There are a lot more people living throughout the greater Simpsonville area. Like I explained earlier, Five Forks and Fairview Road, Simpsonville it's a huge gap. Let's start with downtown Simpsonville, because in my opinion, this could easily be the top 3 suburb downtowns in all of the upstate. You have the infamous Clock Tower, locally owned restaurants, breweries, coffee shops, boutiques. There's murals all over the place, outdoor seating, community events, a giant amphitheater with huge concerts. I mean, it is a really great town. The downtown is described as a hub with restaurants, boutiques, food halls, mixed-use development, and they're beginning the Swamp Rabbit Trail portion in Simpsonville. Come on, somebody, let's go. What I like about the downtown Simpsonville is that it has its own identity. Honestly, it's its own little downtown area. It doesn't feel like somebody's trying to fake downtown inside a new developed area. It's got character, it's got charm, and it's got quaint downtown. It's history, it's historical. There are older buildings, local businesses, and streets that feel like they've been there for a long, long time. And it's because they have. Now, the downtown area has a railroad track going right through it, and you can cross extremely safe. You can park, walk around, grab something to eat, get coffee, visit several businesses without having to get back in your car. That's one of the great things about living in Simpsonville. Now, I want to be clear about something. Downtown Simpsonville is extremely walkable, but Simpsonville as a whole is not walkable. You might want to start checking the addresses before you say, hey, man, I really like this house, because it might not be that close to downtown Simpsonville. For most people, you're still going to need to get in your car every single day if you live in the Simpsonville area. You're probably going to drive to work, drive to the grocery store, appointments, schools, and most of your shopping in the areas, unless you're specifically in that downtown corridor and that area. Simpsonville is continuing to work on their downtown and keeping this downtown vibrant while preserving its character. That is their plan. So I believe downtown Simpsonville is only going to get better and better. Thus, it's going to get more expensive and more expensive. I mean, another major advantage of living in Simpsonville is convenience. Fairview Road, they have a Target, grocery stores, restaurants, medical offices, home improvement stores, basically anything and everything that you need for your daily life. Plus, about 10 minutes away in Fountain Inn, they just broke ground on a brand new Prisma hospital. You also have super easy access to the I-385, the Interstate 385, which can get you from several parts of Simpsonville. Takes you downtown towards Greenville, or you can hop the other way and go up to Fountain Inn, and eventually connects with I-26 as well. Now, the Five Forks portion of Simpsonville has a huge amount of shopping. I mean, huge amount of shopping and grocery options. Woodruff Road has everything on it. The corner of where I live has 3 grocery stores within a quarter mile. The benefits you have is you don't have to travel far for what you need. Now, since I live there, I know the downside is everybody else is going to those same places. So it does increase traffic in certain times, especially on Woodruff Road. And when you get down Woodruff Road, going towards 85 and 385, where Sam's Club and Costco are, woo, be careful. I'm giving you the honest truth to Simpsonville traffic. But Simpsonville traffic and Greenville traffic is all relative. If you're moving here from LA, Atlanta, Austin, Denver, Miami, a large metro like that, you're probably gonna laugh at when somebody tells you, well, the Simpsonville traffic is just so bad. You're gonna laugh, honestly, because it's all relative to where you come from. You might sit at a light for a couple of cycles, but I've never spent 2 hours crawling on the interstate just to get home, ever, in the 3 years I've lived here. But if you're moving here from a small rural area, small town, where they barely have any cars on the road, Simpsonville's traffic might drive you absolutely bananas. You will notice the congestion, honestly, during morning rush hours, school drop-off and pickup, and late rush hours. You can also run into backups around Fairview Road, Woodruff Road, Five Forks, and some of the heavily traveled 2-lane roads. There's also certain intersections and stop signs where traffic gets stacked up. It's just how it is. It's with the growth. Now, once again, the traffic is all relative, okay? Simpsonville is extremely popular, and popular places come with more people, come with more homes, more construction, more cars, yet more convenience as well. That doesn't automatically make it bad. It just means that you need to understand your daily route before you're buying the house. Drive it at 8 in the morning. Drive it when you're dropping the kids off at school and picking them up at 5 o'clock rush hour. I always recommend, before we put an offer in on the house, test out the commute times when you're actually going to be leaving, picking things up. If you do not test the commute times, do not test the commute times at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, assuming that's what it's like at 7:30 on a Monday morning. okay? Test them during the actual times you're gonna be leaving and entering your neighborhood. Let's talk about the outdoor recreation and entertainment of Simpsonville, South Carolina, because Heritage Park is one of the biggest Simpsonville attractions around. It has baseball, softball fields, playgrounds, miles of paved walking and running trails, bike trails, picnic areas, a miniature train. There's the amphitheater that hosts tons of concerts, large, huge events all year round. You also have smaller parks throughout the area. Pickleball, tennis, basketball, playgrounds, disc golf, walking trails. I mean, it is packed. One of the best things I think is that the Swamp Rabbit Trail, if you don't know, starts in Travelers Rest and goes all the way to downtown Greenville and is connecting and expanding through the southern part of the Greenville County. Simpsonville currently has an initial section, but do not make the mistake of thinking that you're about to hop on the Swamp Rabbit Trail and fully connect to downtown Greenville, okay? It's not finished yet, but it is coming. Right now, they just finished downtown Greenville and they're trying to make it over to the Bridgeway station in Malden. Now, once it connects to Simpsonville, woo, we're talking a game changer, but that work is still in progress. The new southern extension that's coming from Fountain Inn to Simpsonville on the Swamp Rabbit Trail, once Fountain Inn and Simpsonville connect, that is going to be the entire trail network. It's going to continue to grow all the way to downtown. That is amazing. Now let's talk housing, because this is where Simpsonville really separates itself from some of the other suburbs in the upstate. You have a little bit of everything. You have older homes that are closer to downtown. You've got established neighborhoods built in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. With mature trees, traditional floor plans, and more neighborhood character, which I believe a lot of people are looking nowadays. You also have townhomes and lower maintenance communities as well. You have subdivisions with, lots of HOA subdivisions, I believe, with pools, pickleball courts, walking trails, playgrounds. I think they're awesome. I live in Five Forks and my HOA is $430 a year, and my neighbor has chickens. They don't really police anything, okay? You also have starter homes, smaller starter homes. You have the larger homes that are in the Five Forks area. You have a tremendous amount of new construction throughout Simpsonville and the surrounding area. Neither one is better, new construction or an established neighborhood. It's, new construction may give you modern layouts, energy efficient materials, warranties, and fewer repairs. Obviously that's going to happen, but you also get a smaller lot, fewer trees, construction probably around you throughout the next couple of years till they finish the neighborhood, an HOA with more restrictions because they're newer. Now, an established neighborhood in Simpsonville may give you larger trees, more character, and possibly more space between the homes, not the cookie cutter, which a lot of people think of when they hear new construction. Here's the but. The older house can also mean an older roof, HVAC systems, windows, plumbing, things that are going to need your attention in the next 6 months to 3 years. You have to decide what the trade-offs are for you and your family. What is best for you? Is this going to be a forever home and you want the maturity and the character, or is this going to be a 3 to 7 year home and you want something new with less problems? Now, let's talk about pricing. Recent housing market shows the median sale price in Simpsonville is $327,000. Now, that's just this year in 2026. Homes have been staying on the market about 60 days. That's up about 4% from the year prior. It's getting back to normal. It's not the COVID years anymore. 29681 Simpsonville zip code is Five Forks and parts of Simpsonville. That median household is $400,000. That's a perfect example of why location matters. So what can your money actually buy you? The $327,000 and up. If your budget's in the $200,000 range, it's going to be a little tough for you. You're going to have to talk about condos, townhomes, older homes that are going to need more renovations. You're going to have to move outside of the downtown area, maybe compromise on square foot, condition, or lot size. It's not impossible, but you're probably not going to get a completely renovated 4-bedroom, huge house in the middle of Five Forks for $200,000. That's not very realistic, but if that is your budget, we can find something that works for you. Once you get into the upper 200s and lower 300s, you start to see a lot more options. You may find a 3-bedroom detached home or an older home in an established neighborhood, maybe even a townhome in a convenient location and new construction all around. However, the location and condition will make a massive difference. Now, a $300,000 home near the downtown Simpsonville area, it's going to be smaller than an older home further out than from the popular areas that's $300,000 as well. When you're looking at $300,000 and the $400,000 range, it opens up significantly. This is where you will see generally a lot of 3 and 4 bedroom homes, established neighborhoods, subdivision, community amenities, and newer construction. Now, you may be able to find a 2-car garage, fenced-in yard, community pool, a home with more updated finishes. I have one in my neighborhood listed for $390,000 right now. It's 2,200 square feet, awesome backyard, great location. You are still making choices. You may get a larger home further from downtown Simpsonville or a smaller house in a more convenient location. Once we get in the $400,000 to $500,000 range, we start seeing larger detached homes, newer construction, more upgraded finishes, and a lot more neighborhood amenities. Some of these neighborhoods are Stonehaven, Riverwalk. You may also see opportunities in that price range for bonus rooms, bigger garages, offices. Now, okay, once you move over the $500,000 range, especially around the Five Forks, we start getting established high-end communities. You can start seeing substantially larger homes, upgraded construction, larger lots, and custom features. But don't assume that $500,000 buys the same house everywhere in Simpsonville, because it does not at all. Condition, neighborhood, exact location, school assignment, lot, age, amenities, they can make prices move dramatically. And since we've mentioned schools, this is another area where buyers need to be very, very careful. Homes with the same Simpsonville mailing address can be assigned to completely different schools. A property in Five Forks might have a completely different elementary school, middle school, high school assigned to a home that's closer to the downtown Simpsonville or the Fountain Inn side over on Fairview Road. Greenville County School assigns schools based on specific property addresses. And the assignments, man, they're wild, crazy, the lines are, and they're subject to change. The district provided an official address lookup tool for the current year. You can go online and check that out. Never trust an old listing or a third-party website or somebody tells you casually, that's Monarch Elementary. Man, make sure you have a trusted real estate agent or you verify the specific address directly with Greenville County School website. So let's wrap up the pros and the cons of Simpsonville. Now, the pros of Simpsonville are housing variety, downtown restaurants, the parks, the entertainment, the shopping, the interstate access, established neighborhoods, tons of new construction, and it's continuing to grow throughout the area. You can find a neighborhood and a housing style for a wide range of lifestyles and budgets. That's the great thing about Simpsonville, South Carolina. Now, the cons, I would say, are the traffic, depending on the peak times, ongoing construction, definitely limited public transportation, and the fact that Simpsonville is truly not walkable, only the downtown area specifically, and you have to live pretty close to that. You'll know once we visit it together. You also have to understand that the different sides of Simpsonville can be completely different. Like, I'm talking opposite. Five Forks is not even close to the same as downtown Simpsonville. And Fairview Road is not even close to the same as the Fountain Inn side of Simpsonville. That's why Simpsonville is not perfect for every single person that's watching this video or searching online for Simpsonville, South Carolina. If you want to live somewhere where you never see traffic, never hear construction, and you can walk everywhere you need to go, most of Simpsonville, South Carolina is probably not the right place for you. But if you want access to Greenville, shopping, restaurants, parks, different housing styles, and a suburb that continues to grow, improve, Simpsonville deserves to be on your list. I live here and I genuinely love it. But my job is not to tell everybody that Simpsonville is perfect, because it's not. My job is to help you understand the different areas and the different advantages and the pros and the cons and the compromises and what your money actually buys you before you make a major decision and move your family to Simpsonville. I'm Jeffrey Sublett with RE/MAX Reach right here in the upstate. If you're thinking about making the move to Simpsonville or Greenville or anywhere in the upstate, reach out to me. Shoot me a text message, give me a call, an email, whatever, however you can get a hold of me, because I'll be your boots on ground and show you the different communities and give you, honestly, I'll be your boots on ground, show you the different communities and give you the honest truth, not just what looks good in a listing. I'll give you the truth, not for real. Hey, make sure you subscribe, weekly videos. I wanna help you figure out what actually fits in your lifestyle, your commute, and your budget. Welcome to Simpsonville, South Carolina. I'm Jeffrey Sublett with RE/MAX Reach.